I grew up here, born and raised in Bakersfield. I'm the youngest of 5, and all of us attended Jefferson, Washington Middle School, and East High. One of my sisters was a cheerleader, and like I said, my brother was on the football team, so I got to go up to BC to watch them play football and basketball because they didn't have the facilities here at the time. And just the amount of people and supporters and fans and the camaraderie I saw with the different teams, I knew this is something I wanted to do. I felt really comfortable because I was familiar with the school, and I wanted to get involved, not just with athletics, but student body and things like that, clubs. So besides sports, I ran for student body office. I was a representative my sophomore and junior year, and was involved in lots of clubs. I think I was a junior when I started to realize that there was competitive women's sports in college. They were really exposed when I was growing up. In fact, I don't think they've been in existence but for 30 years maybe. I think one day I stumbled upon a magazine that had maybe the women's Olympic teams. They were going to compete in softball and basketball. So I started looking into it, and I started following some colleges and just getting information on colleges and their athletic programs. A couple of schools contacted me, and I was committed to Fresno State, but there was a mix-up with the coach became ill and she was replaced. So I think it was a godsend for me to bow out of that and stay here and walk on at Cal State. Well, my first year at CSUB was their second year of having softball. And the inaugural season, I think they were maybe 2-20. My first year, we were 25-25. In my sophomore year, we won the national championship. And then my junior year, we won the national championship. My senior year, we won the national championship. So I think what I am most proud of, or one of the things I remember most, is our team being so successful in such a short amount of time. A lot of people don't realize that. We were a 3-time defending national champion with only being in the program 5 years.
One of my first quarter, I had a chemistry class, and I think it's first day in chemistry class, and I walked in and I saw Barb, and I knew she played on had played on the softball team. She had graduated the year before, and I knew she was going to be coaching now. So I kind of walked in. I was real shy. I knew who she was, but I'm sure she didn't know who I was. So I sit down a couple rows up, and about 30 minutes into class, Psst, hey, aren't you on the softball team? I'm like, yeah. Hey, so come sit back here after break. So we go out to break and come back, and I sit down by her, and she starts asking me, so where are you from, and what do you do, and so what does your dad do? And I said, oh, my dad's a chemistry teacher. And Barb's eyes got about this big. She's like, really? We're in chemistry class. So from then on out, I was Barb's best friend, and shared a lot of notes with Barb in that class, and she ended up getting a better grade than me in the chemistry class. So
I became the athletic director in my district, and I took over the sports program there and coached different teams. And I think what I got out of coming to East High and playing with the teammates I had then, and going to college and having the teammates I had then, is that I can really motivate my students now intrinsically by stories of my past and letting them know where I came from, because it's quite similar to where they come from. So it's a stepping stone in making them believe they could achieve. When I found out, I was very excited. Called my folks, my brothers and sisters, but it took me back. It took me back to days when I was here. And I'm still proud. I'm still proud to be a Blade, and to know that after all these years, somebody remembered.